Hi, I'm Fiona.
I am Pew, and together we are Chroma Sapphic. Okay, by right we are on the hiatus lah, but the reason why we wanted to record an episode is because
It's going to be Christmas.
yes, we don't have the benefit of snow lah, so it's rainy. Also, I think it's gonna be a little bit lonely for some, right?
Maybe.
Maybe could be me, could be you. Doesn't mean like in a room full of people doesn't mean that you won't be lonely. Yeah, so that's why we hope that you can listen to this podcast, just to let you feel accompanied lah. Yeah, so that's the reason why we actually decided to do this episode today, especially
I think it's like a season of maybe many of people are going to gatherings to visit each other, to have outings, have steamboat.
yes, somehow like this year Chinese New Year is like January leh.
Yeah.
So it's like gonna be Christmas, then gonna be like New Year, then after that gonna be Chinese New Year.
So it's all very packed, and we were wondering, like, how all of you haven't been hearing from all of you for a while. So wanted to just do this episode to kind of like remind you guys that we are here. We are here with all of you as we started this journey together.
Yeah. So shall we start with our first prompt?
All right. Sure.
Basically, like, it's gonna be a festive time, right? So naturally, you'll be spending a lot of time with your family, right? And your relatives, or like people that you've never see for very long, but then bopian you have to meet because they say blood is thicker than water. So Fifi, can I ask you, is blood really thicker than water?
Okay, I seriously don't know when will this episode air. Probably during Christmas, right?
20th of December.
20th of December. Okay, so a real funny incident is that me and my siblings are like, if there are relatives who are asking us to go to their house, for example, and if let's say our parents are not going, then we will start to ask ourselves whether we want to go or not.
Like, it's not an obligation anymore, right? Now it's like a freedom of choice.
Yeah, kind of like, we maybe we are not so close to them a lot, but of course it is nice together and meet family lah. That's my perspective. I think sometimes my siblings are more direct. So maybe it's like if they don't feel that they're up to it or they really have something on, then they may prefer to do other things than to visit the family because it may feel forced. I'm not sure if that's for everyone.
So is blood really thicker than water?
I think that at different stages of our lives, we definitely have different groups of people that we prefer to hang out more. When we were younger, due to family, grandparents still around, then probably we'll have more time with our, cousins, our uncles and aunts. But as we grow older, we will ask ourselves, do these relationships, are they really value adding? Are these people like, are we being true to ourselves to just want to meet them, right? Yeah. Basically.
Hearing from the fact, like what you say, like, if they can have the choice to go somewhere else to spend time with people that they truly care, it feels like for me, I would want to be in a room full of people that not say I truly care, but where I can truly be myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I fully agree and embrace that. And it's not easy to be ourselves in front of every person, right? I think it takes a lot of mutual trust. It takes a lot of conversations, times we spend together, watching each other like go through different milestones. It takes a lot of communication.
So even if the room is full of like family, but if you truly cannot be yourself, I guess we always will, want to shun away. I think that's the conclusion thus far.
Yeah, I think I won't say shun away, but I'll say we will kind of like either we will go there and be awkward about it.
Awkward.
Or we will like, or we're like, maybe it's better that I don't go, It's usually either of the two. Being true to our own self-nature, to ourself, then will we fully be present and enjoy the experience if given in that same time and space.
Let me ask you a question, okay? Basically, can you recall at which age or which point of life that you truly can be clear about your choices in life? Like last time, people chill, then you will just go, right? Like when we were younger. But which part of in life, then you realize, I think I am aware of I know that I won't enjoy hanging out with this group of people, and I don't enjoy hanging out maybe with family, that kind of thing. Yeah, I
think I'm grateful that I have done a lot of self-work lah. It's been a journey for many years, since I would say since after uni lah. When you start working, you start to you have more control. Let's say you have more able to spend your own and earn your keep, right? So the thing is that I spend a lot of time doing personal development work, working on communication. But even for myself, I think it is only when, honestly, these few years when I first bought my own place, that I really, kind of figure out a lot more deeply, kind of what I want, what I don't want, who do I prefer to hang out with, who would I, if people ask me out, would I rather spend time doing other things? I'm more into fitness and sports now. Wellness is not just about mental or emotional wellness, it's also about physical wellness. So it's really about your focus and your priorities. And I think maybe these 2 to 3 years, I would say that I actually put more priority on myself and what I really want, even what I really want to build my home into, right? The different decor, the different elements. I think there's a lot of choices that's going on.
So it's only when you move out and then you stay alone, then you realize that, or rather you start to realize, you see very clearly right now that who you want to spend time with and who you don't want to spend time with.
Yeah, I think when you are living with your parents, it's different. When you're living with your parents, basically, it will be a family, for me, my priority will be harmony, having my, to keep peace at home. Yeah, so that's usually my priority if I were to be staying with my family, right? It's no right, no wrong. It's really a personal preference or choice to kind of want to ensure that the family is harmonious together, because I feel that in that way everybody can be more relaxed, they can be happier, so I would say sometimes humor is the way that I choose to communicate when I'm at home with my family. Yeah,
actually listening from your story, it does really make a lot of sense, because personally I also moved out quite early in my time, in my earlier days. So not earlier lah, like a good 15 years ago that I moved out and I'm not staying with family. And it's really when you're alone, then you get to listen to your heart. It speaks louder. Yeah, and to tell you that you have the choice to be be at any occasion, or you can just stay at home, and you have to learn how to spend time alone. That's why I ask you, I mean, you've been through all these, right? Yeah, so do you hang out with people who is probably there for a good time?
Okay, I think I learned how to manage my own energy. Understanding yourself, you also understand
your own energy, right?
Yeah, your progress.
Some people are just so draining, right?
It's true. Definitely there are people who are draining lah in our life. We cannot avoid that, entirely. But the thing is that if in the aspect is that I will definitely try to space out my gatherings. I think there's a lot of people are trying to space out their gatherings. Of course, weekends are very, very precious. So I would try to spend my weekends to meet people whom I'll prioritize people who I never met for a long time, who I really love, who I want to hear more about the updates. That's what I will do lah. And then if it just so happens that everything is on Google Calendar now for me. If it's if I prioritize and make sure that I set aside a time for you, it means that I am present. I would want to be enjoying the time with you, to the point that sometimes there are a lot of friends who complain with me when they hang out, said, hey, why we never take photo? I said, yeah, because we are having a good time together. right? You don't need really to keep showing the world what you are doing.
I get what you
just
mean.
be present and, enjoy the conversation over like a great meal and stuff like that.
There is some people that like whatever they do, they also need to social media, that kind of thing.
There definitely will be lah.
So like, were you aware? Like, do you think it was easy for you to be aware for those that were just probably there for a good time only?
Maybe because of how observant I am. If I am going to meet people who have a good time, it means that I kind of put on the hat that I want to be in the party mode, right?
Or party mode, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So what are the red flags? Like, let's say, like, what are some things that you experienced before? I'm gonna say also like what are some things that I see before, like, who are really there for a good time only, and then like when things get like in trouble, they probably, or like when you are in a bad situation, they probably won't be there for you, that kind of thing. So let's dish out some red flags. Come, let's dish out some red flags. Think about it, yeah. Let me grab.
Okay, I think for me is that there are some people who would be okay to go party with you, but maybe but I have to be honest first, and I have to like first self-declare, it's like when I get drunk, I am actually quite jialat lah. I'm, Chinese, it means that I'm quite terrible. I'm a terrible drunk, okay, and it has occurred a couple of times, and so I learned to manage myself. But there are friends who for example, I may take care of them when we go out to hang out or we go out to party, but I will not expect them to take care of me because I know they are not the type. And so for me, red flags are when people expect you to treat them all the time. I think that's one red flag, right?
Exactly. I have that in mind. Those that the bill come up, right, then they are always last to, like, like they like look away, then they don't want to pay, that kind of thing. Yeah, those are the got red flag.
Yeah, and then of course those that you want to go and go party or go club with, and then that either they will be the ones who frequently get into trouble, or like frequently
like fight,
just want to be drunk, or like, yeah, those are red flags too lah. Let's say if this person always show you out, and then it's like every other party's person is just drunk.
I think another red flag for me is this person, right, always say things to make you drink.
Yes.
Like they were like, hey, you keep goldfish, why you never drink?
Yeah.
These people, to them it's like maybe like they are cheering or yang, but I just feel like you should respect everyone's like comfortable, like if the person don't want to drink so fast, just let the person be. But if like you say things to like tell the person to drink more, drink faster, then I think that's a red flag for me.
It depends on occasion also lah. Like if sometimes like maybe weddings and all that, we are happy for our friends, right? Then maybe we will try to disturb them. So you also have to see a time and place. If really this person just does it all the time, then definitely please.
I see before.
Yeah.
Yeah, they always first to drunk and always the one that is the loudest and keep saying like, hey, why you not drink faster? Like, why can you drink faster or not? Like, hey, I drink like that already. How come you haven't drink like that? It's just...
then they'll say, bolampa, whatever lah. Yeah. They will say all sorts of things and try to goad you to drink, just that they want to drink faster, so they want people to drink faster with them.
Sort of lah. I feel like it stems from ego.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely I am guilty of it, and I'm very honest about it. There's definitely an element of it.
Is it I call you out?
Maybe? No. No lah, I'm also cutting down now, so I think, what other red flags for you that you see people?
Here for a good time.
Maybe for me, it's about like some people who really like to glam up, and every single thing that they do at the party, they must take photos. Wow, that one I really also like all they care about is looking good and taking photos of themselves. That means
like they
themselves
trying
must look
to
good
display.
In the photos.
They try to display something.
Yeah,
like trying to have in the millennium term, poser, right? Those posers are just red flags lah.
Yeah. Definitely, yeah. They, in the conversation or what, they were like looking at phone and trying to find the best angle. And they just do it sometime too often. Yeah.
Can. I don't know, like, I feel like some, those who keep showing.
Oh, I tell you,
every week, that kind. Like, every week drink that kind. Or like every week party that kind. I feel like too much makes me feel like a bit,
what's the purpose of asking you out, right?
Yeah, clingy lah. Like, it feels like they have, I know that's very bad for me to say. It feels like they no place, they don't hope to go. Like, like they're not comfortable spending time alone.
I think,
yeah,
yes, possible.
So they only there for the good time, I feel lah. Yeah, probably another like a red flag kind of thing.
There can be some friends who always find you because they are in trouble also what. And because they're in trouble, they'll use it as an excuse to want to do silly things like drinking, like, like they will live as if no tomorrow. There are some people who even I've seen before is that issues in relationships and use that as an excuse to ask you out, right? And then say that, hey, come accompany me, But it just, for some people, it just becomes a pattern. Whenever they're okay with their partner, then you don't see or hear from them. Wherever they have trouble with their partner, then suddenly you will hear their call. They will tell you some of the problems that they have.
So I just want to plug a disclaimer. It's not saying that this person is bad. I'm just saying that they are there for a good time, and then probably like when you are so-called there for them because they need you, they feel good already. But the thing is, when it's your turn, don't know whether they will actually do the same or not.
No guarantees lah.
Yeah, no guarantees lah. This kind, usually they will be meet very often every week, and then after that maybe it will die down after like maybe 2-3 months, that kind of thing. Yeah, I feel like I've been through that. That's why.
And there's always a time and phase for people lah. But if ultimately they are true friends or they're close friends, then lah that although physically we're not talking to each other doesn't mean that we don't care about each other. So is there really a point in particular stages where these people just suddenly appear and then wow, very active, like for example, last time we will go to some events or we have some idols or what, and then these people, because of these things, they want to come and be close to you because they want to get to know this particular person.
Network lah, correct.
Yeah, they want to network. So
like you're a friend of who, then they want to get close to you to know the who, so something like that.
But very real. I mean, for you as a music creator, as a content creator, do you feel that is that's something that you notice in people who come to
like
you?
Network, like there's like whose birthday, then like there are some that I won't name any names lah. Like who got like birthday or like more high profile people have birthday, then this person will always make sure that he or she will be at the birthday so that you can put on social media lah, take photos, that kind of thing lah. Yeah, definitely one like socialites, hungry people. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But ultimately is that whether there are red flags or there are green flags, as we all grow up, as we all I hate to say this, but age over time, we also, as we understand ourselves
learn how
better,
to see people, right?
Yeah, we kind of like have to learn how to say no lah, basically, right? You have to,
this is a very strong message. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like the ability to know when to say no so that you can make space for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, because you yourself is another person that you should be there for lah. Yeah, so you need to know your energy, like what you said earlier on. You need to have the capacity, right, to take care of yourself, want to spend time with yourself, and also not be afraid to like say no to people. Maybe people who are actually, there are some people out there that if you don't go, right, then they will keep psycho you.
There are.
Yeah, not very good for the mental health, but there are such people. And then like, but no matter what, you need to stand up for yourself. Yeah, I've been to a few girl parties before. I don't know whether you got hear before white party or not.
I heard from you. This is something that you taught me.
Okay, let me drink water first. I suddenly thought about white party 我卡住.
What sign is that? What sign is that?
Okay. White party, right? Basically, it's used to be an annual like event. Yeah, for all girls. And it's all white, and it's usually all white means like everybody must wear white lah. And then it's usually at the beach. Yeah, at Sentosa lah. And then usually there'll be like water games, that kind of thing. Then you wear white, right? Then like 半透明, then you're like transparent,
Ooh,
like
sexy.
that kind of thing. So I knew at that point of time I feel like I'm like a awkward turtle like that.
Okay.
Don't know how to talk to people, strangers or whatever.
Wait, how many years ago was this?
It was like I am 35.
You don't have to say your actual age.
It's okay, I'm fine to be 35 because a lot of people will say, 你不像. Yeah, okay. So I am 35, right? So I think this was when I'm 23, 22, 21, that kind of thing.
12,
yeah.
13.
Yes, correct. Wow. Yeah. So my best friend, my good friend.
Is it the best friend that I know?
Yeah.
Okay.
The E one, not the C. Yeah. So she is very sociable. She knows everyone. She's very plugged into the community. Then she know I'm awkward turtle, and then she know I single, so she will chill me out.
Okay.
Do this kind of like festive events lah, or like the kind of all girls event lah. Then in the end, she will get all drunk, and then her friends all get all drunk. Then it really, for me, right, I can feel right, it's like they really there for the good time, that kind of thing. And then girls being girls are sure a lot of drama one, right? Yeah, so
tell
like,
me about it.
Yeah, so that's why like, but and then at the same time, like, it's quite interesting because I'm so sober, everyone's so drunk, and everybody on the dance floor all kissing. Then you know that, then you feel like maybe I should have stayed at home. It's not that I want a kiss, but it's just that just I felt like, you know, in this kind of situation, I feel like I could have speak up for myself lah. Like I would rather be at home, that kind of thing lah. Yeah, so yeah,
wait. Actually, the more important part is after that, then did you like tell her how you feel?
No leh, I never tell until this day leh.
She's gonna hear this for the podcast, you know, right? No lah, I'm sure she loves you very much, so I don't see
I don't know whether is it part of growing up. You know, you need to know, you experience, then you realize, hey, this kind of situation like don't suit you, that kind of thing.
Definitely lah.
Yeah.
If you don't try, you wouldn't know. And that one is really part of building our identity ma. Like really discovering, uncovering, whatever you call it. It's really about learning who we are in the process of whether going, whether staying, doesn't matter. But the most important thing is that you dare to go out and try. Only if you try, you know. If you don't try, if you never had gone to those parties before, you wouldn't even know whether it's meant for you or not. Like I've never been there. It sounds very fun. I don't know how it would have been the experience for me personally.
Quite wow leh. Quite wow, really. There was too much kissing.
I cannot also leh. I don't think I'll be able to do it leh.
There's this model.
Maybe at the age.
There's this model, right? Very pretty.
Okay.
And then I don't know why there's this other girl. I think she's not very sober also. She went up to her and said, "Can I kiss you?" And then she just sure. Oh my god. Then yeah lah.
Do you think that people will use faking to be drunk as an excuse to kind of like make up other people?
Aiyo.
I don't know. It's a very real question. I mean,
yeah, I suddenly feel like for girls seems like be okay, but then if it's guys, then it's definitely not lah. But I also know like, yeah, you know, like they have a lot of like situation, then they use this as an excuse. I don't think it's very nice lah. Yeah, obviously it's not lah. I think drunk or not drunk, it's just wrong lah. No consent means no consent ma. But I want to ask you lah, do you remember clearly when was the last time you spend like a festive time alone? And at that point of time, were you happy? Were you contented? Or you were like sad and lonely?
Let me think. I think my family is not really big on Christmas actually. So if there are occasions where actual holiday days, right? I'm mostly actually either alone or just hanging out with one friend or two friends. But so yes, I do have that experience. But if you ask me now specifically which event, maybe I cannot really recall. But if I were to recall the experience, it would be because I only lived here maybe slightly more than a year. Has it been a year? I also can't remember already. But yeah. So yes.
It's been a year.
Yeah, about a year. Because Chinese New Year I spent here. So I've lived about a year and a half probably. And I think it's also different because I'm living alone now. It's like even if it's festive holidays, it may be the fact that during the festive, like National Day, I'm alone, for example. But maybe I plan other dates, around other areas. And it will be, if I'm alone in my own house, I will be doing a lot of watching my own shows on Netflix and like, I love watching shows, right? So
Yeah.
I really will just find some cozy movies. Like if it's Christmas, I've done it before, which is like to find very, very Christmassy movies, to actually binge on, or like find episodes of Thanksgiving for Grey's Anatomy to kind of like rewatch, or Friends also. So all these shows, there are so many things that you can do. And then I love to cook. So personally, I probably like cook myself something nice, have a glass of champagne or wine, and then just enjoy the time yourself. Read a book, do whatever you want. Right?
So that's what you choose to do at home lah.
If I'm at home alone, yes, why not? And I do that very often now, even on weekends. I don't pack my weekends to like,
But most of your festive is like actually you spend with people on.
Not on the actual day, but maybe like 1 week, 2 weeks before or after usually. Because mostly festive holidays, especially people with families or if they're married or what, maybe they already have some plans or programs.
I remember very clearly that I always like to work during festive holidays. Christmas is very big for me, but Chinese New Year, I hate it to the max. Because I'm not really close with family. And I remember that to avoid Chinese New Year reunion dinner, I went to work PA for this Vasantam drama thing.
I never knew that.
So I was eating prata curry for like 4-5 days through Chinese New Year. Then I can say, oh, I'm working. I don't need to go for the reunion dinner, that kind of thing. Yeah. So, but now I feel like, if I don't want to go, I will just say, it's okay, y'all go ahead. Then I also remember specifically, I think there was this Christmas, right? I was alone, and then I felt like I wanted to have some Christmas vibes.
Yeah.
But there's no like Christmas tree, that kind of thing. So I took like the fairy lights, right? Then I go and use the fairy lights to go and do one Christmas tree and paste it on the wall.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah. And then after that, I will on the jazz music. Then I will drink red wine. There's this period of time I like to drink red wine. I drink red wine. Then don't think and then I will live stream.
Oh, yes. I remember you do that, yes.
I realized I like to live stream a lot, and like during the COVID period, it's like Huan Ge, right? The KTV thing, right? Yeah. Sing karaoke, that kind of thing. Then to a certain extent, I guess, like to be alone but still like reaching out, that kind of feeling. Yeah.
I think as a content creator, you actually do that, and it really suits your personality and character. Like it helps us, like I watch your live streams as well on festive seasons, right? It's like after you go home, maybe visiting, during Chinese New Year or something, and then after that you go home and like, Pew is on live, and then we'll just turn on.
It's very comforting, right?
Yeah, it is. So please do more. I think there are a lot of people who will love that. So continue being you.
Thank you. I guess like time is short, so you just have to be true to yourself. And in conclusion, to summarize, it takes a lot of years and awareness to finally understand yourself. build your identity. And when you are sure of yourself, like we hope to encourage you to stand up for yourself when needed.
Learn to say no's and learn to say yeses. Yeses to things that you may not have tried before, and some stuff that are slightly out of your comfort zone. But it's like, I think a good example would be, so I recently did a stand chart marathon, right? Okay, it's not a marathon, I did the run.
How 5 km?
5 km, yeah. Started with 5 km. And I was telling friends that I actually really hated running. And I hated running for many, many, many years. But when my new colleague joined me, and then I'm thankful to my company as well, they sponsored us for the run. So then we readily signed up, and I decided that, okay, I shall try to train, like make a plan to do your improvements, your gradual improvements. And then after that, I really did it lah. And my target was like to do 5K in 40 minutes, which is like 8 minutes per kilometers. And I managed to do it in 8.5, which I think it's close to my goal. I think if next year I'll work harder and be able to do it as well.
10 click. Let's go.
Maybe 10 click
34
should be.
kilometer. Let's go. 42. Let's go.
Slowly. So yeah, what we are trying to encourage you is it's important to understand when to say no, but it's also important to explore the yeses as well.
Yes. Yeah. So I was about to say, I guess, I think our chemistry is getting better. I was about to say right now we're actually advising you to push people away, but I might also say that with clarity you will also be able to identify. You're able to identify the people that is very important and be willing to spend time, because I feel like everyone is online, right?
Yes.
And then like I feel like if there's, because of all this festive period that is given to you, right, this time given to you, right, how do you spend them? If it's important for you to spend time with people with, that is important to you, please go and do things. I don't know, but I feel like everybody very like disconnected, like they don't
They're connected here on the phone.
Yeah, but they they connected on the phone but very disconnected in real life.
Yes.
I feel like really, simple dinner or like get together is also very important. Spend time with people that I can identify that is really very important to you, who are there for you thick and thin.
Yeah. I think a good experience will be that I remember, be honest with ourselves lah. How many of us actually use a lot of our phones when we are having meals with our friends?
Oh yeah, you are right.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't really like leh. I
also don't like when I eat with you, I know I don't use my phone and you don't use your phone one. Yeah. And I really enjoy that.
You know right?
Yeah.
I'm the kind of like my Apple up one. That means my Apple
logo is facing up.
Yeah, means my phone is down one. And then I really give you
enjoy
my attention. Yeah.
If I set my time with you, it means it's with you. It's not
Honestly,
with you
I want
using
to complain
your phone.
Also, I cannot stand people that like watch movie, right? Then they still on the phone.
Yes. And the light is very irritating sometimes too. So,
I feel like need to. It's a generation problem.
It's a problem that people don't know how to live in the present moment.
I think
like they don't know how to.
It takes a lot of practice also.
It takes a lot of mindfulness and awareness. And it takes a lot of like.
Not a lot of people know how to hold a conversation also. I feel. Yeah, they every time see things, right? The conversation is like very flat, 2D. They don't dare to prompt more and be clearer. I feel right when you ask a question, right, it takes 5 whys to reach the deep root.
Yes.
Yeah.
The 5 whys theory is good. Yes.
People like don't know. They all like just react from whatever that is given to them because they scroll TikTok right? But they don't know how to like go and be more proactive.
But this just reminds me of like books. I suddenly thought of some of the wonderful books that I've read before that are really about exploring our minds or our hearts. And those are the books that kind of like make me realize the importance of communication. Like how important is it to really pen your thoughts down and like plan. Like I was watching some videos and they was like saying that we don't write letters anymore. Do you remember the times when in school where we used to whether it's pen pals or whether
There's
it's
a certain way to fold your envelopes.
Yes!
Right.
Yeah. And those are the times that actually, although you don't use your phone so often, but yet you feel connected. You are like speaking to this person in different forms, and then you really giving it thought. And then you're like putting your heart and your soul into like writing this piece of message for them.
Yeah. Waste a lot of paper. True. Right. True. Yeah.
Just to get the perfect draft.
Yes. Okay, speaking of content, like the books that you read, let's come to our last part of the podcast. Okay?
I think I myself, like I mentioned, when I'm home alone or when I have time to myself, I usually like to turn on my big screen, and I cannot imagine my house without a TV. That's why I'm very honest.
I also watch 我是电视台
我们都是电视真的。
Yeah. Then like, but my comfort shows that I watch when I feel the most lonely, had a very bad day, is always Grey's Anatomy.
Man, my favorite too.
My favorite part of this whole show is not just the characters, but the narration and the scripting. And like, for example, like each episode always have this so-called lesson takeaways, that kind of thing. Yeah, and like, I always like
it's like each of the episodes have not just a takeaway, not just a story, but it's very real. The scenarios are very relatable. Yeah. The scenarios are so relatable that, whether
the only thing that is not relatable is when you like the character, then they decide to kill it off.
Oh man, I know what you're talking about, man.
So annoying. I know already. It's like I kind of like predict, like, like the new seasons coming in, right? I kind of like predict, like, I'm starting to like this character. Then after that, the next thing, got something happen. Then after that, like, I knew it.
You always play the prediction director role, right? So let's share with people what's your, favorites, or what is your looking forward to, or content to introduce to everyone here.
Okay, today we are recording this on the 3rd of December. So basically, we actually watched the trailer of this show called Last Xmas.
It's definitely a rom-com that you guys should watch out for. And then it's some of these, we will try to share as much as we can where you can find these content, and then where you can sort of like watch it on your own. Because particularly, I found that this one was, to me, rom-coms are kind of like cozy shows that you want to watch, and then, have some popcorn or have some cozy food and snacks.
Yes, I love rom-com. I live for rom-com. Basically, Last Xmas, right, is gonna be released today. I haven't yet to go and see, but I only see the the trailer, and I think it's not bad. You want to summarize the movie, what you see?
What I see?
What you saw?
Basically it's someone who's met their ex again.
Bump into their ex.
And then after that, all the nuggets of story of how, they kind of like still don't like each other, and then but because affinity keep bringing them together, and then they go for some of and then there's a lot of coincidence. They just meet each other everywhere, and then go on some trips together, and then how they kind of like ask themselves whether they got feelings for each other again.
Basically, this is from Rotten Tomatoes. To find out.
Nice.
From a scale of 1 to 5, how much you want to watch this?
From the trailer alone, I would say probably about 8.
I also same. I think I will want to watch it like 8 upon 10. And you can find it on, I think on YouTube. I think, but this is released under Tello. I think Tello or something like that.
I think by then we'll be able to share with you on the 20th,
maybe I can watch
more
it.
Information.
Yeah. They have Instagram lah. Yeah, so far right now it's like available on VOD. Yeah, this one fresh face. Yeah, fresh face. I never see them before.
What about the next one? What about Holiday I Do? Wait, you must show me again. Okay, show me Julian first.
Okay, Maggie. Julian.
I think
Which
I'm
one
more of
your
a Julian person.
I also say so. No, I think I will date Maggie. But Julian is someone I think like can click instantly, that kind of thing. Yeah. Got this other one, Frankie, man hot. Look at her biceps. My God.
Oh.
Look at her biceps.
Nicer.
Yes, this one also quite cute like that. Yeah, okay, we'll look forward for this.
Last Xmas.
Yes, Last Xmas. Okay, the other one is Holiday I Do. I watched this.
How do you find it?
It's very like your typical Hallmark. You get what I mean, right?
Home Alone, kind of like.
No. Home Alone is like considered Disney.
Okay.
Right. Still very magical. Hallmark is the whatever bad things can happen will happen. Whatever good things happen can happen. Yeah, will happen. Yeah. Okay. Let me read the synopsis first, okay?
Okay.
Basically, when a single mom and so a Holiday I Do is when a single mom and country girl falls for their, for her ex-husband, beautiful and
sophisticated.
Yeah, so the wedding planner. So basically, she's single mom, and then her best friend is also her ex-husband. So they divorced. Yeah. So this ex-husband decided to remarry, and decided to, some spoilers lah, decided to get this person to be his best
wedding planner,
best man, like best woman.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like because the ex-husband like know her all his life, and then still acknowledge that this ex-wife is his like best friend still lah. So want her to be his best woman. Yeah, and then to plan this wedding, right? They have this wedding planner lah. They have this wedding planner, and this wedding planner is quite like very pretty lah. So this single mom actually and this planner actually like got together, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know lah. I just got to spoil because it's just very Hallmark. It's something that you can expect. Okay, I'm a little disappointed because what kind of situations, like for example, maybe like there's some misunderstanding, and then after that there's some quarrel, then in the end y'all will break up, that kind of thing. Yeah, so that's usually for like a family Hallmark kind of situation lah. But for this, they actually use the, what you call that, you know how lesbian are very famous for pushing people away, avoidance.
Yeah. The more I like you, the more like
so
I don't want anything to change, and kind of like.
So back to what I was saying.
Hallmark.
They actually use like this lesbian most commonly character, like characteristic of avoidance, like pushing people away. So I remember there was this point where she said something like something happened, bad happened. I will not spoil further, but something bad happened, and then she was like, she started to blame, like, I knew I shouldn't have done this. I knew that you were a distraction. I knew that I should have just focused on my career so that I can do the best. But you are a distraction. Then like that what a stupid reason walao. It's like a classic lesbian move See, really very picture. Then after that, like,
then you still watch.
Resolve. Do homework ma. Yeah, but it's like, it's usually that small thing, and then they leave, and that they realize, oh, she was wrong to push her away, blah blah blah, and then they end up together. That kind of thing. Very typical lah. But if you're into this kind of thing, then watch
if
Holiday
you are
I Do.
not having a lot of expectations. Like you're kind of like, just want to watch, relax over some snacks, maybe some hot dog puffs. Yeah, yes,
now they know I'm very into hot dog puff. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Have you heard about Carol? Carol, okay, the reason why I bring out Carol is because it's a very famous lesbian Christmas movie.
No.
Yeah, because the movie is like 围绕 when it's like it's surrounded like Christmas vibes. Yeah. Yeah, so have you watched Carol? I watched one time only. I don't really get it. I watched it when I was quite a baby lesbian. Then don't really understand. But apparently, Carol the movie is about this. Okay, let me read from the. Okay, why not you search and you read? You search and read. Rotten Tomato. The synopsis.
Okay.
Shall I or insurance?
5 Rotten Tomatoes. Actually, do you like always kind of like read Rotten Tomatoes before you watch the movie, or like
No, the IBM, that one. You know that website IBM.
IMDb.
Yeah. I will actually Rotten Tomatoes review, right? I don't really trust one. Usually they say what 3-star that kind of thing, right? End up I enjoy the show. Don't really yeah.
So but Rotten Tomatoes give them a very, very high rating for Carol. Wow. The rating, like the tomato meter, right? Okay, it's like 94%. So in the storyline, they mention like aspiring photographer Therese spots the beautiful, elegant Carol pursuing the doll displays in 1950s Manhattan department store. Oh my god, 我也是口吃. The two women have developed a fast bond that becomes love with complicated consequences.
Yeah. So for what I understand, there's a huge age gap. You want to go and Google the huge age gap.
Google how huge the age gap is?
Yes, correct.
Okay, Carol age gap. Carol 2015. 不要跟我讲 don't tell me it's like 20 years or something. 19 years old. No, 16 years old than Therese. Older than Therese.
So the age gap is 16. Yeah. I should rewatch, but I never rewatch lah. But from what I remember, right, this is like a very tragic movie.
I see.
I don't know why, but I think like a lot of people like to watch tragic movies. Like they're very sad already. But to make their life less sad, they're going to watch even sad situations.
Or maybe they are just trying to find, a form of escape or a release, right? And, it's like they want to be able to relate to the story so much that they allow them to also get in touch with their emotions on a deeper level.
So like, yeah, but I think like this Carol was actually still married or something. Then after they got like an affair with this girl. Yeah, I think a lot of, very sadly, I think like in real life, I think also I got hear a lot of situations where they probably realize they are only like gay after being in a family alone, that kind of thing. Then after that they rekindle with someone younger, that kind of thing.
I think that is as the era evolves and changes, as we are more open with many information, we don't need to be so much in denial like we were before. There's a more open community in terms of resources. I think we shared in the past few episodes as well.
With more content that is more relatable, you tend to morph out and, So, I forgot to ask you actually, from a scale of 1 to 10, how much will you want to watch Holiday I Do?
Holiday I Do, after your review, I think maybe 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10? You should watch because it's so ridiculous.
So we are going to ridicule it when we are watching. Okay, can.
That's like, too perfect kind of Hallmark kind of movies, right? All the more you should watch. Yeah. Carol, from a scale 1 to 10, after hearing what I say.
I think I like plot twists that are unexpected. So based on the Rotten Tomatoes and based on what you shared, I think it's definitely worth a watch. Although when I did catch a snippet of that trailer, I wasn't very impressed, honestly. But when I hear your experience of it and from what I read, I think yes, I think there's definitely something to explore.
Even have a book. I don't know whether the book came out first, then have the movie come, or like the movie then got the book. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so another lesbian like Christmas movie that is more new is called Happiest Season. Have you heard
How
about
did you
this?
manage to find this?
Happiest Season?
Yeah.
Happiest Season is quite well known because the female lead is the female lead of Twilight.
I see.
Yes, so what Stewart? Kristen Stewart.
Kristen
Right.
Stewart. Oh,
Right.
yes.
Kristen
Stewart.
Okay.
Is that how you pronounce it? Yes.
Happiest
Season.
I think a lot of people, like, if you are into this kind of thing, right, you will want to watch.
How many seasons do they have already?
For Happiest Season is actually a movie. The movie title is called Happiest Season.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's Christmas. So basically, Abby, which is played by Kristen Stewart, she's actually a lesbian, plans to propose to her girlfriend, Harper, in front of Harper's family members. But she's in for a shock when she learns that Harper is yet to come out from her parents. Very realistic, right? Yeah, but I didn't really enjoy it as much. Yeah, I don't know why. I watched already. No. I think it's the one I wanted to write like 2000 something, but I left it there. Yeah. So this movie was in 2020. Yeah. So I think as compared to Carol and Happiest Season, I felt like Carol is a better representation for Christmas lesbian movies, like all-time favorite. Yeah. I think Happiest Season is exact opposite of Carol. It's more light-hearted. Yeah, and Abby, as in not Abby, but Harper, the one that have yet to come out from the family. Wow, a lot of red flags. So you watch already, you're a bit angst, a bit. Yeah. So I think maybe you want to give a great hint to your girlfriend who haven't come out from the family. I think that's a good movie to watch together. Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, I think like it's quite nice to see Kristen Stewart act gay lah. After coming out. Yeah. After playing so much Twilight. No. Then after that come out gay. Wow. That one 侦探. 惊叹啊. Yeah. Yeah. Correct. Okay, let's wrap things up. Okay, basically, so these are all the content that we actually introduced. I think some are new, some are long-standing, and some are very, like, quite some time already. I think it's also good time for you to rewatch them, and then maybe you'll have a different view on it. Yeah, just like how we are trying to give you comfort right now. Thank you for spending time with us. Bye-bye. Hopefully next year. Okay, let me stop.